Hey, so in this video I'm going to talk to you about your deal stack. Now this is where you can add any deal that appeals to you when you are looking through all of the scan results that Sellerbility has provided to you. So literally anything in the completed lists that you want to add to your deal stack can be added just by clicking on the little star icon for the item and you'll find it in this section. And likewise, anything that you want to remove from this section, just click on the star again and it will remove it from your deal stack. So in here, you'll have a collection of all of the items that you have added in, and all of the results that you get, all of the information that you get is exactly the same as what you'd have over in the completed section when you open up a completed scan and you have all of the results in there. But this is just a way that you can keep a track of all of the deals that basically appeal to you. Now I'm going to run through everything that you can see on a deal. So the first thing you'll see is the confidence score. So this score means how confident we are that our AI algorithms found a correct deal. If we're more than 60% confident a green box is displayed, less than 60% will display as orange. Next up is the BuyBot Pro analysis. Now this and these two sections and this button here are all locked because we have not linked BuyBot Pro to our Sellerbility account. BuyBot Pro is a deal analysis tool, which is a separate piece of software. So if you have BuyBot Pro, you'll be able to link it up to Sellerbility and gain access to these additional features. Next, you have the eligibility. So it will tell you if you're eligible to sell the product, if you're not, or if you can apply to sell. You can get it to check the eligibility again by clicking on the little button here. But if you click on apply to sell, it will take you to the right place on Amazon to fill in for getting ungated in that particular category. You can then go to the product page on the retailer by clicking on the product itself or this little button here. If you consider the images to be incorrect, then you can report that using this button and our team of tech specialists will check this as soon as they can. So you have the item found on the retailer website here and the item on Amazon. Next up, you have your bundle calculator. So this will enable you to evaluate deals that require bulk purchases from retailers to assemble bundles for Amazon listings. So for example, if a retailer sells individual items and an Amazon listing contains 4 of them, you would input 4 into the calculator. And then basically Sellerbility will then calculate your profit and ROI based on the quantity that you have entered. So just enter in the number in here and then it will recalculate the results for you. So that way you can get an idea of how much it's going to cost you, your profit and ROI. In the key data section, you can see the availability, the ROI estimate and the profit estimate. If you hover over the profit, it's going to give you a breakdown of all of the costs involved. You can see the estimated monthly sales for the item, the category of the item, the ASIN, the BSR, the average 3-month BSR. So over the last 3 months, this is the average BSR that the item achieved. The EAN, you can copy the EAN and the ASIN just by clicking on these buttons. And it'll put it on your clipboard, making it easier to paste that information wherever it is that you need it. You can see the brand, the number of FBA sellers on the listing, the number of merchant fulfilled sellers on the listing, who the buy box is held by, the buy box price, the dimensions and the reviews. You also have a sales chart here, so you can basically assess the history of that product, and you can do that over different time ranges. So you have 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, 365. So with this, you can look for patterns, trends, and if it's a seasonal item, how well it does in terms of BSR consistency. There's lots of things that you can assess from this chart. If there is anything that you want to see in more detail, you can click and drag and it will zoom into that particular section. As you hover over any point, it'll give you a breakdown of the information that you're looking at. It's all color coded as well, so that way it's easier to read. So you have the pink diamonds for the buy box price, the green line for BSR, purple for FBA, and where you see orange, that is for Amazon themselves. You can also reset the zoom by clicking on this button here. You can hide the item forever if you just don't want to see it. You can hide it for 30 days. You can check retailer stock using this button here, and if it happens to be where the item is a mismatch, you can report that. It will be removed and then checked for you. You can add the item to your Amazon Seller Central literally by clicking on this button here, and whereby you'll just need to sign into your Seller Central account and it will add it for you. You can search for the item on Amazon, on eBay, on Camel, or on Google Shopping. If there is anywhere else whereby you'd want to search for the item, you can add it here. So you can add the smart URL, the URL title, and you can even add an image to that as well to make it easier to identify when you're looking at any product result. If you want to know a bit more about smart URLs and how to use them, you can click on here and it will explain everything to you. So I'll run you through step by step on how to do that. And then once you've added one in, you can just click on save and it will appear down here. You have the competition analysis, so it shows you the top 3 sellers on that listing, the prices that they are selling at, and then using a general criteria. If you were to sell at this price, this would be how much profit you would make, and then how much ROI you'd achieve as well. But obviously for more refined results, this is where you'd look at the key data, as that's going to be correspondent to whatever you have entered into your settings, all of your fees and such. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is the filters. So if you click on filter right there are so many different options in here that you can refine your results to a T. So you can do a quick search for a name, an ASIN or a barcode. There's some presets in here. So if you have built a filter, what you can do is add that particular filter in here. You can give it a name so it makes it easier to use that same filter again if you are planning on using the same one time and time again in the deal stack, in your completed results, wherever it is that you want to use it. So you can add in the minimum ROI, the maximum ROI, the minimum profit, the maximum profit, the BSR by percentage or numbers, so the minimum and the maximum BSR, the search age, so basically you can filter for how recently deals were found by both retailer and Amazon products. So it could be something that's been there for however many days or however many hours. You've got the retailer product section, so you can see which of the items are in stock, out of stock, or if it's unknown. So if you only wanted to see what's in stock, you can just leave this one ticked and uncheck these options right here. You can filter by category, by retailer. In the Amazon product section, you can order by profit, biggest to smallest, profit, smallest to biggest, estimated monthly sales, ROI, BSR, name, A to Z, Z to A. So there's lots of different sort options in there that make it really, really easy to navigate through all of the results that you'll get wherever it is that you want to use the filters. So in any of the completed results, as I say, or in the deal stack, you can enter in the minimum amount of sellers you want on the listing and the maximum, and the minimum sales per month and the maximum, the dimensions, any items that are fragile, any items that are being sold by Amazon, items that are part of a multi-pack. You can tick to show only merchant fulfilled items. You can hide large appliances. You have your include and exclude. You have your include and exclude section here, so you can exclude certain words, include certain words. In the Amazon title as well, exclude or include certain words. In your price section, the minimum unit cost, the maximum, same for the minimum Amazon price and the maximum. Buy box versus retailer price, so add a number here. We then use that number to multiply the retailer price. Any products where the buy box price is lower than that, the calculation will be removed from the dashboard. For instance, when the Amazon buy box price should be more than twice the purchase price, enter 2. You can hide matches without a buy box. In the BuyBot Pro section, you can use this, again, provided that you've linked at BuyBot Pro, to set a minimum BuyBot Pro confidence score, a maximum. Same with the profit margin and the break even. And then in the other section, you can add in a minimum and a maximum percentage to show how accurate the retailer product is matching with the Amazon product. You can show deals that have notes attached, and you can even tick if you want only eligible items to show, items where you can apply to sell, not eligible. So just untick the ones that you don't want to see and leave the ones ticked that you do want to see. So there's loads and loads and loads of different filters in there. You can literally refine everything to a T. Super, super useful. If you want to reset the filters that you've set, just click on this button right here, or click on the cross. So it's really easy to get through any results within Sellerbility. This was the deal stack. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video.